Have you ever noticed that your legs don't feel as steady as they used to? Maybe standing up from the couch takes more effort, or walking long distances feels more tiring than before. Perhaps, by the end of the day, your legs feel heavy, almost like they're carrying extra weight. And let's not even talk about that strange sensation, sometimes stiffness, sometimes weakness, that seems to creep in at the worst moments. You might think, well, that's just aging. It happens to everyone. Oh, but what if I told you that's not entirely true? What if there were specific reasons why your legs feel weaker, more tired or less responsive than before? And more importantly, what if there were simple ways to stop and even reverse this process? The truth is, most people don't realize what's really happening inside their bodies as they age. They assume they're just getting older, that it's inevitable, when in reality, their bodies are silently losing key nutrients that keep their legs strong, stable, and energized. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Because once you understand why your legs are feeling this way, you'll finally be able to do something about it. Aging doesn't just change how we look. It changes how our muscles, bones, and nerves function. Over time, the body gradually loses muscle mass, circulation slows down, and nutrient absorption declines. This means that even if your daily routine hasn't changed, your body might not be getting what it needs to keep you moving the way you used to. But before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps more people find this valuable information and keep their legs strong. Now let's get into what really matters, how to reverse this process and regain strength in your legs. One of the biggest culprits behind weak legs is muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Most people don't know this, but muscle loss starts as early as your 30s and accelerates each decade. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, you may have already lost 30 to 50% of your muscle mass, and that has a direct impact on how steady and strong your legs feel. But that's not all. As we get older, our circulation slows down, meaning less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach the muscles in our legs. This can make them feel more sluggish, weak, or even numb. If you've ever felt like your legs take longer to wake up after sitting for a while, or that they fatigue faster than they used to, poor circulation could be to blame. And then there's nerve function, something most people never think about when it comes to their legs. Over time, the protective layer around our nerves wears down, making it harder for our brain to send clear, strong signals to our muscles. The result? Slower reflexes, wobbly steps, and legs that don't always respond the way we want them to. But here's the most important part. These issues aren't just a part of aging that you have to accept. Many of them are directly tied to specific nutrient deficiencies, missing vitamins and minerals that your legs desperately need to function properly. And when you restore those missing nutrients, the difference can be life-changing. The first vitamin we need to talk about is vitamin D, and if you've been feeling weaker, more unstable, or just not as steady on your feet, this could be the missing piece of the puzzle. You see, vitamin D is responsible for helping your muscles contract properly and keeping your bones dense and strong. Without it, your body struggles to maintain muscle strength, your bones become more fragile, and your balance starts to suffer. That's why so many people who are deficient in vitamin D report feeling unsteady, prone to falls, or just generally weaker than they used to be. The problem is, as we age, our ability to absorb vitamin D decreases significantly. When you were younger, spending time outdoors was enough to keep your levels high, since your body naturally produces vitamin D when exposed to sunlight. But now, your skin doesn't absorb it as efficiently, and if you don't get outside as much, your levels could be dangerously low without you even realizing it. How do you know if you're deficient? Some of the most common symptoms include muscle weakness, joint pain, low energy, and even mood swings. You might feel fine one day and completely drained the next, or notice that your legs feel sluggish and slow to respond when you move. In some cases, low vitamin D can even cause cramps or spasms because your muscles aren't getting the support they need. The good news? This is one of the easiest deficiencies to fix. The best way to boost your vitamin D is through daily sun exposure, about 15 to 30 minutes in direct sunlight. But let's be honest, not everyone has the luxury of spending that much time outside every day. And during the winter months, sunlight might not be strong enough to make a real difference. That's why most people over 50 benefit from taking a vitamin D3 supplement, usually around 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms per day. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Vitamin D doesn't work alone. It actually needs vitamin K2 to help direct calcium to your bones and prevent it from building up in your arteries. So, if you're taking a vitamin D supplement, make sure it includes K2 as well for maximum benefit. Now, let's move on to vitamin B12, the key to keeping your legs energized and responsive. Have you ever had that weird tingling sensation in your legs, or felt like your muscles just weren't cooperating the way they used to? Maybe you wake up feeling okay, but as the day goes on, your legs start to feel heavier and more sluggish. If that sounds familiar, you might be low on B12. Vitamin B12 is essential for nerve health. It plays a huge role in making sure your nerves send clear, strong signals to your muscles, allowing you to move quickly, stay balanced, and avoid that frustrating feeling of weakness or instability. Without enough B12, your nerves don't function properly, and your legs start to feel slow, clumsy, or just not as strong as they should be. And here's the tricky part. B12 deficiency is extremely common in older adults. That's because as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which is necessary to break down B12 from food. Even if you eat meat, dairy and eggs, some of the best sources of B12, your body might not be absorbing enough to keep your levels where they should be. So what can you do? The first step is to make sure you're eating enough B12-rich foods like fish, eggs, dairy and lean meats. But for many people over 50, diet alone isn't enough. That's why doctors often recommend a B12 supplement or even a monthly B12 injection for those who are severely deficient. The good news? Once you restore your B12 levels, the difference can be dramatic. Better energy, stronger legs, and improved balance almost immediately. Think about it. If your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs to function, how can you expect it to keep up? The reason your legs might feel sluggish, heavy or unstable isn't just because you're getting older. It's because your muscles and nerves aren't getting the right fuel. And by simply making sure you're getting enough vitamin D and B12, you're already setting yourself up for stronger, steadier legs well into your 80s and 90s. But we're not done yet. There's still one more critical nutrient that plays a huge role in keeping your legs from cramping, locking up, or feeling stiff. But before I tell you exactly what it is and how to make sure you're getting enough of it, comment if you already knew about the first two ones. If you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with a painful leg cramp or felt a strange tightness in your muscles after sitting for too long, you might be missing one of the most essential nutrients for movement: magnesium. This often overlooked mineral plays a critical role in muscle relaxation, nerve function, and overall mobility. Without it, your legs may feel stiff, heavy, or prone to sudden spasms, all signs that your muscles are struggling to function properly. Magnesium is what helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly. When your levels are low, your muscles may start to tighten involuntarily, leading to cramping, discomfort, and even a restless sensation in your legs. This is why many people with magnesium deficiency experience restless legs at night, muscle twitches, or that uncomfortable sensation of tightness that won't go away. Here's the tricky part. As we age, our bodies absorb less magnesium from food, and modern diets often don't contain enough of it. Years ago, people ate a lot more magnesium-rich foods naturally, but today, processed foods and depleted soil have left many people unknowingly deficient. If your legs feel stiff when you wake up, or you constantly experience cramps even though you're hydrated, there's a high chance that your body is running low on magnesium. But that's not the only issue. Magnesium is also essential for nerve function. If you've ever felt a tingling sensation in your legs, or like your muscles are slow to respond, it could be because your nerves aren't transmitting signals efficiently. Magnesium helps keep your nerves and muscles in sync, ensuring that your legs feel light, responsive, and pain-free. So, how do you make sure you're getting enough magnesium? The best way is through diet. Magnesium-rich foods include leafy greens like spinach and kale, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains. But if you're already experiencing symptoms of low magnesium, like frequent cramps, muscle tightness, or restless legs, a magnesium supplement may be necessary. However, not all magnesium supplements are created equal. Some types, like magnesium oxide, are poorly absorbed and can cause digestive discomfort. If you're looking for the best form of magnesium for muscle and nerve health, go for magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate. These forms are better absorbed by the body and help prevent muscle cramps more effectively. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up without stiffness in your legs, to move freely without worrying about sudden cramps, and to finally feel comfortable and stable throughout the day. Magnesium could be the missing piece your body needs to keep your legs functioning at their best. Now that you know about the 3 essential vitamins and minerals, your legs need to stay strong, steady, and pain-free. The big question is, what should you do now? The first thing to understand is that change doesn't happen overnight. If your legs have been feeling weak, sluggish, or stiff for months or even years, your body won't magically fix itself in a single day. But the good news is that once you start giving your body what it actually needs, you'll begin noticing improvements faster than you think. So, here's your action plan. Step 1. Take a close look at your daily habits. Are you getting enough vitamin D from sunlight or supplements? Are you eating enough vitamin B12-rich foods? Are you including magnesium in your diet? If the answer is no, then it's time to start making small, sustainable changes. Step 2. Talk to your doctor about checking your vitamin levels. Many people don't even realize they're deficient until they take a blood test and see the numbers for themselves. Low levels of vitamin D, B12, or magnesium are extremely common, and if your levels are too low, your doctor may recommend higher doses of supplementation to correct them. Step 3. Start incorporating simple changes into your daily routine. Spend 15-30 minutes outside in the sunlight every day to boost vitamin D naturally. Add B12-rich foods like eggs, dairy, and fish to your meals, or consider a high-quality B12 supplement if you're not getting enough from food. And for magnesium, try including more leafy greens, nuts, and whole grains. But if you're still experiencing leg cramps or tightness, consider taking a magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate supplement to keep your muscles relaxed and functioning properly. Imagine waking up a few weeks from now, feeling stronger, more stable, and more in control of your movements. Imagine walking without that lingering stiffness, standing up effortlessly, and going about your day with renewed energy and confidence. These changes aren't just possible, they're within your reach, and they start right now with the simple decision to take better care of your body. Now, I have a question for you. Have you ever struggled with weak or tired legs? Have you noticed a difference in your balance or stability over the years? Drop a comment below and share your experience. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear how you're taking steps to keep your legs strong and healthy. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe if you want more tips on staying active, independent, and pain-free as you age. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. And if you know someone, maybe a friend, a family member, who could benefit from this information, share this video with them. You never know whose life you might change by passing this message along. Your legs carry you through life. Take care of them, and they'll take care of you. See you in the next video.